Hello students, welcome to Python online classes. Today I am going to explain about the new concept of copying lists. How to copy from one list to another list. Nothing but how to create already existed list to how to create a list from an existing list. So that process we have to see in this session. Now start the session. Okay. CMD I am opening, and now I am connecting to Python shell window. For that Python keyword I am using. So when I type word Python and press enter key, immediately the DOS command prompt, it will connect it to the Python shell window. For example, if you connected or not, how you can find out? When you use the Python word here and press the enter key, after that these these matter, and also these three greater than symbol it will display. If you haven't display anything on the console, if you haven't display like this on your console, then you haven't connected till now. So you can just assume like that. So by reading this syntaxes, you simply understand it is connected or not. So now let us come to our topic to discuss. For that I am creating one list. For that numbers list I am creating is equal opening bracket 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 I created. So one list I created. Now all of you carefully observe. For your understanding purpose, I am opening. So numbers is my list name. Numbers is my list name is equal 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Now I closed the list. So these are the elements. These are my list along with, this list contain 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 6 elements. We have this list contain 6 elements only. Next, instead of this name, I would like to use one more name. Then only we can simply understand. Num1 numbers, NUMBERS numbers 1 I created. So numbers 1 list I created. Numbers 1 list I created. Again I am creating one more list, but that list contain these values only. The list contain these values. So here our topic is what? Copying lists. The topic is copying lists. Copying lists. That means from one list to one list we need to create. Already this is existed list. Now I want to create one more list. NUMBERS numbers 2 list I created, and equal to, here I am not giving any square brackets, and again I am not giving same that values. If you give like that, then one more separated list you created. But here our concept is what? Copying list. Copying list means I want to copy from existed list. I want to create a new list from an existed list. So here existed list is what? Numbers 1. So this is existed list. This list contain 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 6 elements. Numbers 1 list is contains. Okay. So numbers 2 list I created, but the values I don't want to add these values. I don't want to add these values again here. Again I don't want to add by using square brackets. So How I need to copy here, how I have to copy from the existed list. Just simply I can assign the name, this name assigned to the this list, like that, NUMBERS, numbers 1. If you write like that, in your program, carefully observe. Now I am drawing one diagram. This is one box, and also and this list 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So this list created. This is also, I mean, the memory created with these elements, Carefully observe. Numbers 1. So the list name is numbers 1. Again, I created, I mean, here the address is, for example, you just assume the address is 100AXV333, like that. This is the address. The memory list address is this one. So the name is pointing to, the name numbers 1 is pointing to this memory location. Understand? This memory location. And the second statement is what? Numbers 2 equal to, I mean, numbers 2 list created. Numbers 2 list created. Numbers 2 list created. Here also one box required. So list created. So here the value is what? Is equal to numbers 1. And it is also, that means it is also pointing to this memory address only. It is also pointing to this list. That means these both lists contain same memory address, same values it has contained. For example, if you want to change any value in this, in the numbers 2 list, by using numbers 2 list, it will reflect to the numbers 1 also. Numbers 1 list is also, list 1 is also, it can reflect with that edited value, updated value. Understand? Practically now we can understand that one also. Now I am minimizing this one. Here I created numbers list now. In the DOS command prompt, Python shell window, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Like that 60, I mean 6 elements we have in this numbers list. For your understanding purpose, I am just removing this one. Again, one more list I want to create. Python, it is connected. Now list 1 equal to 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. So 6 elements I have created with the list 1. Name is your wish. How the compiler can understand is it list or not? Just in between square brackets, whatever the elements you have configured. So because of, I mean, depending on that square brackets, it can simply understand it is a list. Understand? Like that. Now list 2 I have created equal to list 1, the value I given here. Given here. Now we have to see the list 1 values 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay. Like that, similarly, list 2 also you have to see same values it will represent on the screen. It is representing now 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. Okay, right. So both lists contains same values because of both lists are pointing to same values and also same memory address location. So that's why whatever the, I mean, in that memory address value, whatever the values we have, that values is reflecting with the list 1 and also list 2. Now I am changing the list 2 values. List 2 equal to, sorry, list 2 dot append of 70 is my value. Because of here I am adding one more value to list 2. So added list 2 values, we have to see whether the added value is added or not. It is checking. So 70 value added. So 70 value added with the list 2 only. But what about the list 1? Again, you have to see list 1. So here also 70 value updated, because of if you update any list 1 or list 2, if you update any one list, if the updated value with any one list, then the second list is also reflected with that updated value. Understand? Like that we have to copy the list from existed list. And if you give like that, list 2 equal to list 1, this means it is creating a cloning. List 1 values, same list 1 values we are giving to list 2 also. Instead of giving square brackets with the values, the already existed values we are giving by assigning the list, by assigning the title of list 1. So this is called list cloning. List cloning means how many lists, one here two lists are pointing to same memory location. So that's why first it is created numbers 1 list. After that numbers 2 list created with the same, with the name of this one. This means list aliasing or list cloning, because of same memory address pointing to same list. So that's why it is called list aliasing and also list cloning. List aliasing and list cloning. Cloning means whatever the state we have for the list 1, same as that list 2 is also contained. So that means cloning. Understand? So like that we have to copy the list from an existing list. Understand? Right. Now the next concept is processing list. List copying concept is over. Present, I want to explain a new topic right now. What is the topic for now? Processing lists with real examples. Nothing but how to processing list is the concept name. How to process the list while using the list concept. While using the list concept, first we need to create the list. First we need to create the list by using this syntax. By using this syntax, list equal to square brackets element 1 or item 1, item 2, item 3, like that, and so on. N of elements we have to add as per our requirement. Understand? And the example is numbers list I am creating. Numbers list I am creating in between square brackets 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So with the 5 elements numbers list I created, and also names list I am creating. Names list. So if you want to add any names are nothing but call it as a strings now. So if you want to add any string in the list, compulsory in between double quotes we need to use the names. Siva, Pavan, Seshu, Omkar. These are the VIPs, VIP persons. So that's why these names I'm using. Okay, right. Yes, including me also. I'm of the I'm also one of the VIP person. Seshu Omkar. Right. Names list I created. Okay, na? So if you want to add any alphabetical names, string names compulsory in between double quotes must and should be required. Like that, we have to create the names list. Right? If you want to create any floating values, nothing but fraction part. Credits list I am creating. Credits you will get like this na, 8.2, 6.5, 7.9, 4.5. So like this. These are the floating point values. Understand? Here credits list I have created with the fraction part also. Now in the real time, while using the programming code, how to use this one, how to process the list. Now I want to add, if you want to create any, for example, in the real time I want to add a sum of values. The list values I want to add sum. I want to calculate the sum. For that I am opening Notepad. For that I am opening Notepad. Here I just created list. I just created numbers list. 10, 20, 30. Now I want to calculate all the list values. I want to calculate sum. Numbers sum. Numbers list. I want to, how many elements we have? 30, 40, 50. So 5 elements we have. So 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 plus 50. So what is the sum we will get? What is the total amount we will get? That amount I want to calculate with the program only by using list. How to process for that? This list. How to process for that? So for that, first I want to create numbers list. Created now here. Right. Now for loop index in range of num. After that total variable I created, total equal to total plus index. Total plus index. So before total variable I am creating equal to 0. Initializer with one value. After that print function I am using sum of all list elements equal to comma total. So after calculating all those things, I want to see the total on the screen. So that's why this one. Go to file menu, choose save option. Here total.py I use it, and save as type is all files. Here Python 2 practice problems, just total.py I saved. Now I want to execute this one. For that exit off function I'm using, because of I want to disconnect with the Python shell window, and now I want to clear the screen. For that CLS command I'm using. Again I want to connect Python. Sorry, I don't want to connect exit, because of if you want to execute any Python file, no need to connect Python shell window. From the command prompt you have to execute. The file location we want to change now. First of all, D drive, sorry, D drive, CD, D drive, CD, GP or DC, CD 2021, CD, Python. So just we can see the location of this one, second BSc Python, right? Second BCom, second BSc Python 2 material, and CD practice problems. Now our file is here in the practice programs folder. We have the file. Total.py is our file name. So it is showing error. List object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Cannot interpreted as an integer. So what should we do? Now we have to see the problem of this one. Yeah, totaling the values. So numbers list created, total equal to 0 for value in numbers. For value in numbers. Okay, right. Instead of using index, because of index means index starts with 0, na? It cannot calculate. Just it can find out the value. So here I is enough. I is enough. So I is also one of the variable. Now I can see. Again, list object cannot interpreted as an integer. I in range of so instead of using range function here, just simply we can use the num list name. Yeah, it is working. So sum of list elements 10, 30, 60, 100, 150. So wait. So now I want to removing this space. Then the outside of the loop, it will terminate by the repeating of number of times. The print function will not repeat. Yeah, sum of all list elements 150. The final total value is 150. So calculate manually. 10 plus 20, 30. 30 plus 30, 60. 60 plus 40, 100. 100 plus 50, 150. So like that, if you want to calculate any total for the list of items, for that we need to process the list like this. Understand? So if you want to calculate any average, what you have to do? So instead of total, already total also need to work. After that, AVG equal to AVG by length function we need to use length of numbers, because of length function will find out actually average formula is what? Total by number of average. So total by number of items. So that is the whatever the value it will get, that value it can store into the average. Okay na? So here total by number of elements, how it will get from the list. So length function, it can find out the how many elements we have in the list. So that's why in between double quotes, so in between these two brackets, functional brackets, I passed the list name. So then length function immediately it can go for there, and 10 is the first element, 20 is the second element, third is the 30 element, fourth is the 40 element, fifth item is the 50 element. Okay, it can find out. So 5 elements it can replace it with here. So this complete statement replaced with 5 because of the list contain 5 elements. Total by 5. So the total 150 na divided by 5. So whatever the value it will get, that value it can show like this. For that, the average value we need to print in after calculation. So that's why I am copying this again, and instead of total I used AVG, average function. Average I want to use. So average of all elements it will show here. So for that, again one more time I am executing. Carefully observe, 30 is the average, 150 is the total, 30 is the average. 150 by 5 is what? 30 is the value we will get. So like that, if you want to calculate total or if you want to calculate any average, we have to process the list like this. And we also have the process a list in different ways while developing the code in different ways. They are we can also pass the list as a function argument. Actually, function, how the function we can call? By using function name. If you want to call this function, the function related logic, if you have the code, then it will execute. So in between these two brackets, list we can pass as a argument. Here in between brackets, whatever the value you pass it, that is called an argument. So we can also pass the list as a argument while developing the code, and also we can expect the return value of list of values. For that, in the code we can use return statement with list. So after executing that function logic, the return statement can return the list to calling place. So like that we can use. And also files, we can by using files we can store the list of items in the system hard drive. And we can also store the list of elements in files. You can also store the list of files in hard drive. Nothing but hard disk or computer storage location. Understand? Like that, we have to use the use the list to process our required time. To process a list, we have to use the in different ways. These many ways. We can also create the list. The first option is compulsory. If you have a list of items, we need to create the list. After that, if you want to calculate anything, that related code we can use. So while using that code, we can use the list of the title. That list title we can use. And if you use the functions in your program, then we can also pass as a argument. The list of items we can also pass as a argument in between function calling place. At the same time, if you want to expect the values, if you want to expect the list of values, then the return statement also it can return the values, list of values. And if you want, after completion of your developing the code, sometimes you need to save the list of items. Whatever the list of items you can collect by the user, that list of items you need to store in, sometimes you need to store in your hard drive permanently. So for that, the files concepts also we have to use. So along with files, we can process the lists also. Understand? Right. So processing list concept is also over right now. And the next concept is copying list, processing list completed in this today's session. And the next concept is two-dimensional list. How to create the two-dimensional lists. So that concept I will explain in the next class. And thank you very much. Today I am completing this session. In the next session, we will meet with the new hot topic called two-dimensional list. Thank you.